Hi, I'm Paige Pinnell. I'm Chair of Neurology at University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. When I first came in as chair 2 years ago, I knew one of my main priorities was to increase the support for those who are wishing to go into a track as a clinician investigator, and I knew how important it was to start with the residents. I had been in Boston before and saw how successful the R25 program was in helping supports gain better access to research and research development and mentoring, and how many of those went on to get major awards, including K awards, other foundation awards, and NIH funding. So it's essential for the beginning of their career. So I was so happy to partner with Neurosurgery, with Kostas Hadjipanayas, and with Neuropathology, with Julia Koffler, to put together the NQ Prep proposal, which is Neurology, Neurosurgery, Neuropathology, Pittsburgh Research Education Program. And so we're very excited to be able to offer this. It provides exposure for all the residents to many of the things that are going on around campus for research, and then those who wish to go on to start developing an individual program, very strong mentoring and other courses to get them on their way to getting funding to start their own career development. We look forward to seeing you, hopefully, at interviews and telling you more about it.
Hi, I'm Kostas Hadjipanayas. I'm the professor and executive vice chairman of the Department of Neurological Surgery here at the University of Pittsburgh. Really excited to share some great news with everyone about a new training grant that we now have in place that's funded by the National Institutes of Health, known as the R25 training program. This is the Neurology, Neurosurgery, Neuropathology Research Education Program that we now have in place to allow for the training of physician neuroscientists at the University of Pittsburgh. Research is such an important part of our training here at Pittsburgh, especially in the Department of Neurosurgery. I, in fact, finished my residency here at the University of Pittsburgh 17 years ago and was able to spend time getting a PhD degree and doing research that was funded by the NIH. Those dollars are so precious to be able to carry out this research and really defines neurosurgeons, neurologists, and neuropathologists' career moving forward. Well, we have this now available to our residents and trainees here. The R25 is now in place for our residents and trainees to apply for, and we are excited as a group to move forward in the training of the next generation of physician neuroscientists. As we gear up for the residency interviews and our new cycles of interview applicants, we want to make sure we answer any questions you may have as a trainee in neurology, neurosurgery, or neuropathology. Please contact myself or Dr. Paige Pinnell from Neurology and Dr. Julia Koffler from Neuropathology. We're really committed to the success of this important program and look forward to training the next generation of physician neuroscientists.
My name is Julia Koffler. I'm the director of the Division of Neuropathology, and I'm very excited when I heard the news that the University of Pittsburgh has been awarded one of the new R25 training grants. So this particular training grant is a joint program between the Department of Neurology, the Department of Neurosurgery, and the Division of Neuropathology, and I think it will be a great boost to the trainees in our clinical neuroscience disciplines. Specifically, the program will provide dedicated and protected research time for our residents during their clinical training years so that they can build their research skills alongside the clinical skills and form a solid foundation that will allow them to launch their independent careers as clinician scientists. I'm particularly excited that the Division of Neuropathology is an integral component to this R25. There are several other institutions that have R25 awards in neurology and neurosurgery, but there are only one or two that have included the neuropathology division. So I think this is a very unique opportunity for neuropathology trainees interested in pursuing a career in clinical research. The program is open to all of our pathology residents who decide to pursue neuropathology fellowship training at our institutions. Trainees interested in applying for the R25 programming will submit the research proposal during the junior fellowship year and then conduct the research training during the senior fellowship year. They have an additional option to extend the research time beyond the clinical training time. In addition, the R25 program can be combined with prior participation our pathologist investigator Residency Research Training Program, or short PRED program, which is a pathology-specific program that allows for a dedicated year of research training during the pathology residency training period.
My name is Janila Noila. I'm a clinician scientist, a recent hire at UPMC in neurology. I was an R25 awardee back in my residency program in Boston. One of the reasons that I chose the program in Boston was because it had the R25 program there. And knowing that I was on a trajectory towards a path in academic medicine, it was really important for me to consider programs that had the R25. As an R25 awardee, it allowed me to focus on the very important clinical training that I was getting as a resident in neurology, but at the same time, keep going the aspects that would keep me on that pathway towards being a clinician scientist. It allowed me to get involved on papers and experiments during my residency time and then after fellowship. I'm really excited that University of Pittsburgh is now a part of the R25 program and can provide that for the residents that are coming in. I think it's really important and it's going to be great in terms of continuing that tradition and developing the next generation of academic neuroscientists.
Hi, I'm Wesley Kerr. I'm an assistant professor in neurology and biomedical informatics at the University of Pittsburgh. I'm a prior R25 awardee where I got it at UCLA during residency, and then I transferred it over to the University of Michigan for epilepsy fellowship. And then this is my first attending job right afterwards. The R25 was instrumental in my career because I'm an academic person, so I spend 80% of my time doing research. And the R25 gave me that time during PGY4 residency and then a year during epilepsy fellowship, which really gave me the prelim data and the time to establish myself as a researcher, which let me get this job with 80% research time and work on other grants. So it's a key stepping stone for the people who want to be 75-80% time after residency and fellowship.
Hi, I'm Abby Olson. I'm an assistant professor of neurology in the Movement Disorders Division. My lab studies the role of astrocytes in Parkinson's disease, and getting the R25 as a resident was very helpful to my career. One of the goals of the R25 program is to increase the number of physician scientists by reducing the time it takes to get a K08 or K23 Career Development Award. This worked out well in my case. Getting the R25 gave me the essential protected time to generate critical preliminary data that I used to successfully apply for a K08 as a first-year fellow.
Hi, my name is Pavik Patel. I'm the Skull-Based Fellow here at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center this year. I was also the recipient of the R25 during my time in residency at Washington University in St. Louis. This program was really fundamental for me as a developing neurosurgeon scientist. It allowed me to subsequently obtain additional grants and complete eventually a Van Wagenen Fellowship in neurosurgery last year. I now find myself here at Pittsburgh completing my clinical training and I'm excited to say that I'll be going back to Washington University in St. Louis as a researcher, and I think this would not have been possible without the R25 program supporting me during my early stages of my career. I think that it's a wonderful addition to the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, and I'm excited to see the types of scientists it generates in the future from here.